Coming up on NewsCenter, we'll take a look at the Black on Campus movement. We'll hear who's in the running for Time's Person of the Year and get in the Christmas spirit with the annual tree lighting ceremony. NewsCenter starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to NewsCenter. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacob Miller.
And I'm Mary Dameron. Here's what's making headlines for December 3rd, 2015.
We start tonight with an update on the shooting in San Bernardino that left up to 14 people dead and at least 21 injured. U.S.-born Syed Rizwan Farouk and his wife Tashfeen Malik were killed in a shootout with police more than 4 hours after the rampage in the Inland Regional Center in San Bernardino, California on Wednesday. Investigators say Farouk had been at a Christmas party before the shooting and had left under some angry circumstances. Farouk worked as a health inspector for the county health department for 5 years. Authorities have yet to rule out terrorism as the couple's motive. Farouk and Malik were wearing tactical gear and armed with assault-style rifles when they were killed, and investigators say there had to be some degree of planning. According to authorities, an explosive device was found inside the building during a secondary sweep. According to other media outlets, 2 of their 4 guns had been bought legally. A third person was detained later Wednesday, but it is unclear whether they had any role in the attack. Federal officials are working with local officials to figure out what may have led to the shooting.
Round County Clerk Kim Davis is in the running to become Time Magazine's 2015 Person of the Year. Davis received national attention this summer after refusing to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples. You may recall she was even jailed for 5 days after she defied a federal court order to issue marriage licenses. Davis has since returned to work, but when she got out of jail, she altered marriage licenses her deputies issued. She removed her name and the county's name and replaced them with the phrase, "pursuant to federal court order." Davis is one of the 59 people in running for the Times Person of the Year award. Other Kentuckians up for the award include Kentucky Derby winner American Pharoah and Louisville native Jennifer Lawrence. Voting for this year's award ends tomorrow.
4 people have been arrested in relation to a home invasion in Round County. The home invasion happened around 3:30 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day on Elizabeth Avenue. Police say 19-year-old Julian Xavier Pearsall from Mount Sterling, 26-year-old Christopher Smith from Maysville, and 27-year-old Rebel Rogers from Lexington robbed the home. Anthony Turner from Mount Sterling is accused of driving the getaway car. Investigators say they were able to recover some of the stolen items, including 2 iPhones, 1 Samsung phone, and a pair of Kanye West sneakers that are valued around $1,000. Police say that when they searched the vehicle, they had found 2 handguns, a pellet gun, and a large bag of marijuana. The suspects were apparently caught during a traffic stop about 10 minutes after the robbery, and nobody was injured during the robbery. All 4 suspects are still being lodged at the Round County Detention Center on 5 counts of first-degree robbery and first-degree trafficking marijuana. Rogers, Rebel, and Christopher Smith were both additionally charged with fleeing and evading police.
A forum was held in the Student Center on November 19th to address university and inclusion issues among minority groups. NewsCenter was there.
Students, faculty, and staff had the opportunity to voice their opinions and concerns about inclusion and diversity. The event took place in ADUC. It was called #Black on Campus Diversity Forum. One by one, students took the floor and shared their personal experiences.
Different events that students of color host, and I feel like that's really an issue because, we can't engage with you all when we don't even know who you all are. So I feel like that's one thing that should really teach.
I can see some stereotypes as well, but I feel like there's a way that we can eliminate, well not eliminate, but at least lessen the stereotypes that are already in people's head.
Kevin Allen is a junior communications major. She took the floor and shared a personal experience that happened in the classroom.
Communications, all different types of subjects come up, especially when it's being racial or any kind of event like that. And my experience, I'll be sitting in class and we'll be talking about it, but then the subject of race will come up and people will all turn and look to me since I'm the only one sitting there. It's not the best feeling in the world, but I'm not ashamed.
NewsCenter caught up with Allen after the forum, and this is what she had to say.
What we've all said here today, it's not just stuff that's all of a sudden started happening just a few days ago. It's stuff that's been reoccurring and stuff that's happened way beyond before now, like months, years, and everything. It's stuff that's been reoccurring and stuff that's never been addressed or never been solved or resolved or anything like that. So hopefully this will get a start to things being fixed and things changing. So
After everyone was given the chance to speak, President Andrews took the floor.
What I've tried to do in my 11 years as president is be around as much as I can. So I do try to spend time with students.
I think, if you listen to the comments that the students made, I think there is some level of racial intolerance in some parts of the campus. And the suggestion was made that we have mandatory diversity training for our campus community. I think that's an idea very worthy of consideration. That would help all of us because it would sensitize everybody to the fact that while we individually may think things are going along pretty well, we have to be more sensitive to the fact that not everybody believes that.
Following the forum, President Andrews sent out a mass email to students, faculty, and staff of the university. He says while he believes progress has been made on campus, it is clear that much more work needs to be done regarding inclusion and diversity. Reporting for NewsCenter, I'm Courtney Howe.
Have you ever been curious about those oddball roadside attractions? Well, Steve Middleton and his documentary crew hit the road in search for them. The second volume of the documentary Commonwealth Curiosities hit the screen yesterday for its premiere. NewsCenter's Nick Oliver was there.
Moorhead students and Rowan County residents gather inside Coffee Tree Books for the second volume of Commonwealth Curiosities, directed by Stephen Middleton.
So I wanted to do something fun. I originally wanted to do a project on old post offices. One thing led to another, and I was like, how about all these kind of strange roadside attraction places? And it was born.
The crew hit the road this summer to showcase all kinds of oddball places for you to take a trip to in the bluegrass.
It was a lot of fun, and I had never heard of these places either, as a lot of people haven't, all these interesting places. So for me, I mean, I'm used to going to all the big cities, and never went out and explored these little towns. And I actually got to do that and go out on these little roads and I'll find these little places, and it was just cool to kind of see the real curious side of the state.
People think Kentucky, they think Lexington, they think Louisville, they think UK basketball. I mean, there's just so much to this state. There's a rich arts background, there's rich history and culture that people just glaze over.
It's up to us as Kentuckians to support these places, these people who dedicate their time and passion to keep the curious spirit of the Commonwealth alive.
For NewsCenter, I'm Nick Oliver.
Volume 1 of Commonwealth Curiosities is already being aired on KET, and the second volume is planned to air sometime in the near future.
Coming up, Michael Jane is in the NewsCenter Weather Center with your forecast. Plus, we have some tips to help you get ready for finals. Stick around.
MSU is learning.
School spirit.
Teamwork.
MSU is Greek.
MSU is diverse.
Historical.
Beautiful.
MSU is educational.
Fitness.
It's hands-on.
MSU is the sound.
MSU is art.
MSU is potential.
MSU is much more.
It never gets old, huh?
Nope.
It kind of makes you wanna...
Break into song?
Yup. I love the sunset.
I love Eagle Lake.
I love the forest. I love when eagles play.
I love the campus!
And all its lights and sounds.
Boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom diada.
I love philosophy.
We love diversity. I love English.
And all its weird words.
I love the music.
And all its melodies. Boom diada, boom diada.
Boom diada, boom diada.
I love fraternities.
I love sororities.
I love to draw things.
And all the athletes.
I love Moorhead.
It's such a pretty place.
Boom diada, 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 boom diada.
Welcome back to NewsCenter. I'm Michael Jane, now taking a look at your weather for December 3rd. Right now in Moorhead, it is overcast with the temperature at 39 degrees, so it feels pretty chilly out. Looking at our record temperatures for this time of the year, the record high back in 1982 was 77 degrees, and the record low in 1929 was 4 degrees. The normal high for this time of the year is 48 degrees, so we're a little bit below that, and the normal low is 31 degrees. Taking a look at our temperatures across the state right now, you can see it's 39 here in Moorhead, and across the rest of the state we just have generic upper 30s and low 40s. So a little bit cold out. Wear your jacket or your sweater if you're going out tonight. Now taking a look at our radar courtesy of WKYT, other than the overcast skies and clouds, we don't have any precipitation in the forecast upcoming. And so we're looking at a pretty good picture of the state right now. But other than that, everything's looking pretty good. Now, if you're heading out tonight, you can see that we have clear skies in the forecast. We're going to have a little bit of clouds earlier in the evening, but clear skies throughout the rest of the night. Temperatures are going to stay in the 30s for the duration of the night, and at 7 a.m. it's going to be in the lower 30s. So that's all I have for you right now, and now I'm going to send it over to the desk for NewsCenter notices.
Thanks so much, Michael. Tonight I'm joined by Pam Hammonds from the Camden Carroll Library. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you, Jacob.
You're here to talk about everything that the library has to offer for students during finals week.
Yes.
So what sort of things do we have this year?
Well, this year, right now, as a matter of fact, we've got a station down in the Learning Resource Center so that students can come by and make Christmas cards.
Wonderful.
Yes, and I want to put this in. We're open until 2 a.m. today. Friday, we're open from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m. Saturday, we're open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And then when we open on Sunday at 1, we do not close again until 4:30 p.m. on Friday.
Awesome.
So 24 hours for everybody. Some of the things that will be going on, SGA has once again provided the money for snacks for students. So from 9 p.m. until 12 p.m. there will be snacks there for, 12 a.m. There will be snacks provided for them, and then we'll have coffee there starting at 9 p.m. and we'll fix it throughout the night for them until 8 a.m. when Java City opens up.
Perfect.
We also have, along with our regular group study rooms, we are opening up our electronic classroom, and anyone can go in there from 8 to 4:30, especially for overflow with the computers. And then from 4:30 until 8 o'clock the next morning, they can book that room to do group studies.
Okay, wonderful.
Some other things, we have some stress-free activities in the library.
That's probably very helpful.
Yes, on the 3rd floor of the tower, we have a nap zone. And so we keep the lights off, and it's very handy because off of that area is our 3rd floor intensive study area. So it's always going to be really quiet. So we provide the blankets, and if you want to bring your own or a pillow, then that's cool too. But yeah, we've got that for you.
That's very nice.
And have you heard about the coloring book craze?
I have, yes. What's that about?
We have several coloring books for kids to come in and color, and I personally find it very soothing myself.
Yes.
We also have some board games for them, so they can check those out at the research help desk and, relieve some stress by doing something like that.
Wonderful. Well, it sounds like the library has a lot to offer for students. Thank you so much for doing that. We're going to take a look at extended weather with Michael after the break.
Yo, why are you looking at bags, bro? What you need is a chick magnet. You put me in the room and boom, chicks. That's what I'm talking about.
Welcome back to NewsCenter. Now taking an extended look at weather. Currently in Moorhead, it is 39 degrees and overcast. Humidity is at 65% and winds are at 7 miles per hour. We're going to take another look at planning your night. As you can see, we're going to have a clear night, some clouds this evening, but other than that, very clear skies throughout tonight. Temperatures are going to stay in the upper 30s, dropping into the lower 30s by tomorrow morning. So definitely wear your coat or try to stay warm tonight if you're going out. Another look at our temperatures right now, 39 in Moorhead and upper 30s and lower 40s throughout the rest of the state. Another look at our radar, courtesy of WKYT. We have no precipitation in the forecast right now other than the overcast and cloudy skies. We're looking at a pretty good picture of the state right now. Nothing going on. Another look at our national radar. As you can see throughout the middle of the state, we don't have anything going on. We do have a little bit of precipitation up in the Pacific Northwest up here. Down in Florida around here, we also have some. And up in the northeast, we have a little bit of the remnants of Winter Storm Delphi moving offshore right now, giving a little bit of snow in southern Canada and Maine, a little bit of rain and wintry mix up there. But no precipitation that's going to affect us right now and not in the next few days, so that's looking pretty good. Tonight's forecast is clear skies, a low of 29, and the sun is going to set around 5:20 p.m. Tomorrow's forecast, we're looking at sunny skies. It's going to feel pretty good too, a high of 52 degrees, so not too cold, and the sun is going to rise at 7:40. And now we're going to take a look at Moorhead's 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, Friday, we have a high of 48 degrees and partly sunny skies. Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at the lower 50s and the lows in the 20s. We're looking at partly sunny skies both of those days as well. Monday, we're going to have a little bit of rain move in, and it's going to be pretty chilly out with 45 degrees. Tuesday, we are looking also at 42 degrees and partly sunny skies. A little bit of a chance of rain that day, but nothing to worry about too much. Wednesday is a high of 48, partly sunny, and Thursday is going to feel pretty good with a 57-degree high and partly cloudy skies.
Well, it looks good for finals week. Not too rainy, I'd say.
Yeah, not too bad. And tomorrow, Round County is having their Christmas parade, so hopefully we can still do that. No rain in the forecast so far.
Good time to bring the community together.
Absolutely, get in there. I know the shops are staying open late, so shop locally. Go ahead and get your Christmas presents out.
Good, yeah. Go shopping and for your family and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Good, well, thank you so much, Michael. We're going to kick it over to Eagle Athletics with Kenzie Thompson.
The Moorhead State men's basketball team defeated the Southern Miss Golden Eagles last Saturday afternoon. The Eagles started the game off an 8-0 run, and they led the game the entire way. The Eagles led by as many as 24. MSU finished the game shooting 38% from the field and also won the rebounding battle 43-24. Sophomore guard Miguel Disson and junior guard Corbin Collins led the Eagles, scoring with 12 points apiece. They both added 4 assists. Senior Lionel Gaines contributed 9 points. The Eagles traveled to Indiana to take on Indiana University on Saturday at 7 p.m. The Moorhead State women's basketball team traveled to Miami, Ohio and Chicago State this past weekend, but unfortunately returned to Moorhead with 2 losses. Saturday afternoon, Chicago State won their first game at Jones Convocation Center against Moorhead State. The Eagles out-rebounded the Cougars with 21 offensive rebounds and forced 22 turnovers. MSU had 71 shot attempts from the floor and 29 from the three-point range, but shots just would not fall for them. But 4 Eagles did finish the game with double figures, and junior Shea Steele led with 16 points, while sophomore Aaliyah Wells followed with 14 in the first half. Moorhead had a 39-36 lead at halftime, but when the Cougars hit a three-pointer at the end of the third quarter, the Eagles remained trailing, resulting in win 1 for Chicago State. The Eagles came out with energy on the defensive side, holding the Red Hawks of Miami to 37% shooting from the floor and 21 turnovers. Red Hawks Bailey Reed and Leah Purvis came into the game with a combined average of 38 points, and the Eagles held him to a combined 10. Although the Eagles played outstanding defense, forcing turnovers and holding down lead scorers, their shots just weren't falling, and they found themselves in foul trouble. The Red Hawks defeated the Eagles 59-57 to put MSU at 3-4 for the season. NewsCenter caught up with junior Shea Steele to find out more.
Overall, I think we've played well, but we could have definitely played better. Chicago State, we kind of had a different mindset than we had versus going into Miami, and that really had woke us up and made us realize that we had to play every game the same. Just take every possession one at a time, limit turnovers, and just play like it could be your last. With Miami, we executed well on defense and stopping the most two important guards. And with Chicago, we executed the post. The posts were the key, and we did well on that. We hope to be one of the top in the conference in leading also offensive and offensive rebounding, so that should be interesting.
The Eagles will travel to Nashville, Tennessee Saturday to take on the Lipscomb Bisons at 2:30. MSU wrapped up the season traveling to New York to take on Marist University. The Eagles won in dramatic fashion as sophomore kicker Shavi Batch kicked a game-winning field goal with 16 seconds left to give the Eagles a 20-17 lead. Gehafer was 32 of 56 for 267 yards. Senior receiver Tanner Napier finished with 7 catches for 149 yards and a touchdown. The Eagles finished with 420 yards total. Moorhead ended the season 7-4 overall and 6-2 in the Pioneer Football League. And now for NewsCenter's famous sports trivia. When is the last time the Moorhead State men's basketball team went to the NCAA tournament? A, 2007, B, 2010, C, 1998, or D, 2011? What do you think?
I think I'm going to go with D, 2011.
I'm going to have to second that. I'm pretty sure it's 2011.
2011.
Well, either you guys know your sports well or you copied, but it is D. And that year, Moorhead upset Louisville 62-61 in the first round, and Kenneth Fareed led them, who now plays for the Denver Nuggets in the NBA.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that game. It was great. Thanks so much, Kenzie. Stick around, more news after this.
Dude, where you been out all day?
Breckenridge Hall.
What's so cool about Breckenridge Hall?
Addison, why are you dressed up like that?
Because you're in a dream, John.
How can you prove that?
Your body's still there.
What?
Wake up and smell the coffee. Java City.
Republican presidential candidate Rand Paul says he has a plan that would allow college graduates to write off student loans on their taxes. He went into detail about his plan during a town hall meeting at the Highlands Museum and Discovery Center in Ashland last week. Most of presidential candidates say they have a plan to make college more affordable, and Paul says his plan would recognize the loan interest as well as principal of the loan as work expenses on taxes. In addition to the tax write-offs, Paul says his plan would remove income caps and allow graduates to deduct student debt from their taxes over the course of their entire career. According to their partners at the Trailblazers, during the 2013-2014 fiscal year, Moorhead State was paid over $100 million by students, and of that, over $52 million came from the form of taxes.
The CDC has confirmed the presence of a kissing bug in Kentucky. Coming in contact with this small bug can leave you extremely ill. The bite from this bug looks similar to a mosquito bite and will probably happen at night while you are sleeping. The bite is near your mouth because they are attracted to the carbon dioxide that you breathe out. and this bite may cause sudden death. The kissing bug is mostly found near burrows where it feeds on blood from feral animals. The CDC instructs you to not touch or smash the bug because this can potentially expose you to the disease. Instead, trap the bug in a container and freeze the bug inside for at least 24 hours. The CDC's website also advises you can keep the bugs away by sealing cracks and holes in your home and having your pets sleep indoors. If you think you've seen the bug, bring it into your local health department and get it examined.
The Stress Less Carnival took place this week to help relieve students of a little stress. NewsCenter reporter Jacob Valerio has the story.
I'm currently standing outside of ADUC. It's the week before finals and everyone's really stressed, and that's why there's the Stress Less Carnival. All this week there has been calming activities done in ADUC that has been specifically designed to help students relax before they have to go and do finals the following week.
And the event is to provide students with some stress relieving events before finals. We know it is a time that students are facing a lot of pressure, experiencing a lot of anxiety, and we want them to have an outlet. And we want them too to know that we support them in their struggles. And we hope that if anybody is experiencing extreme stress, that they reach out to Counseling and Health Services. Today we were creating elephant ornaments, and here's one of them right here. And the idea is that elephants are associated with the expression the elephant in the room, and so the kind of animal that Active Minds uses for their mascot is an elephant. The idea being that 1 in 4 people meet the diagnostic criteria for mental illness, but nobody talks about it. So it's the elephant in the room, and that's why we created these elephant ornaments, kind of a fun activity that also reduced stress and brought awareness to mental illness.
The Stress Less Carnival did so well today that they actually ran out of the materials used to make the ornaments. That's a lot of stressed out students. Now, if you missed the Stress Less Carnival and you actually wish to attend it, don't stress about it, because it'll be back next semester right before finals. Reporting for NewsCenter, I'm Jacob Valerio.
Monday night's tree lighting ceremony marked the beginning of the holiday season on Morehead State's campus. NewsCenter was able to catch up with Student Programming Board Vice President of Programming and Operations about the event.
This event is the annual tree lighting ceremony. This is actually my first time planning it with SPB, but SPB plans it every year. And this is actually the record-breaking student attendance. We have 18 organizations that signed up to come and have booths and crafts for the kids this year. Last year we had only like 5, so this is a big jump for us. We were very excited with the turnout. So as far as I know, it's facilities that decorate all of campus. SPB only plans the night itself, the actual lighting of the tree and the hot chocolate and cookies and just the booths. That's what we plan, and the university takes care of the rest. Basically, it's a tradition that we have on campus to celebrate Christmas and bring in the Christmas spirit, and it's the night that we turn on not only the tree right out here in front of ADUC, not only its lights, but all of campus's Christmas lights all over campus.
That's going to do it for us this semester. Remember, your news is always on NewsCenter's Facebook and Twitter pages.
And you can catch every NewsCenter episode on msutv.net.
On behalf of Michael Jane with the weather, Kenzie Thompson with the sports, and the rest of the NewsCenter team, I'm Jacob Miller.
And I'm Mary Dameron. Stay tuned for an all-new season of NewsCenter starting February 2016. But until then, good luck on finals, guys, and have a safe and have a great Christmas break, everyone.
Hi, I'm Natasha Davis, the Associate